friends, it's Nancy. We're gonna do some work on this journal today. So this is the one that I sewed the signatures into on the weekend. So let's get started. So I found this book at a thrift store, and it's a really cute book. I've torn it all apart. There's nothing much left of it, but it had cute little photos, and it had cute little fussy cuts and little sayings, quotes. So I've used just about all of this book, basically. So I took some of the cute little photos here, and I just put them on some file folder and stitched around them. I didn't think there was any that was necessary to drag you through that. So remember I had these card bases that I cut down to tag size? So I'm going to make some tags using those. I'll put these back in the box. These were 4x6. I also have smaller ones that are 3x5, I think. Okay, so I'm not going to use those right now. This is a page from, I tore out of a book about stamps. So I'm going to use this, and I want to cut some pieces. So I'm going to cut these pieces about 3 inches. I'm going to cut it this way because I want to get some of that cancellation mark there. So I'm on vacation this week. Busy weekend, did a lot of digging in the dirt. So this past weekend was the 24th of May, which is Queen Victoria's birthday. I mean, she's been dead for nearly 120 years. I don't know why we're still celebrating, but it's officially the beginning of summer. I always think of it that way. It's beginning of camping season. Usually campgrounds open on this weekend. I don't know if they did or didn't, because I don't camp anymore. I'm too old to sleep on the ground. And it's officially gardening weekend. Everybody swarms to the local garden center. I'm just going to glue this down. Because the danger of frost is largely over, at least in my part of Canada. And it was a very warm weekend, to say the least. And today is supposed to be super hot. They were issuing warnings last night about heat. Maybe I didn't get that exactly square. So I also have this old book, music paper. It came from this book, actually. This one, oh, that doesn't make sense. Oh, 1890? No. Why would there be 4 C's? So 1005, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it should have been MCM. I don't know. That's weird. I thought I was pretty good at that. Anyway, it's old. And thin. So I folded a page into 4 and used this punch to make a punched edge. And I'm just gonna glue that on. So it's slightly shorter than 6 inches. But that's okay. That's all right. And I don't want to glue the page because it'll probably tear. So I'm just going to go around the scalloped edge with a little bit of art glitter glue. And then I'll put the glue stick right on the card base. All right. Now, scissors. And I'm just going to square that off. There we go. Just a hair off. And I feel like, yeah, that's hanging a bit. All right. Now I could my fingers are filthy because I've been tea dyeing. I actually tea dyed with legitimate real lace on top of my paper. It took 3 or 4 trials before I came up with a product that I was actually happy with. So I'm going to work on that a bit more, I think. Let's keep some ink. It's not often you get a book that has such a variety of good things in it. And I think there's a price tag of $1 on this, but I think I only paid $0.25. Whoop. Sorry, I was watching a video and it did something weird. Okay. I think that's the way I'm going to put it together. It's not necessary to ink the whole thing because that's going to be covered. I mean, the center part, that's going to be covered by the photograph. There's some really cute photos in here that reminded me of that old John Wayne movie, The Quiet Man, which is hands down my favorite movie. Yeah. I look forward to seeing it every year around St. Patrick's Day, because it takes place in Ireland. Got that on straight. Okay. So there's a lot of, you know, farmish kind of scenes and wooden, or sorry, stone walls or fences. Somebody driving a pony cart. That's something I never thought of. I don't think I have seen any junk journalers from Ireland. We see a lot from the UK and various other countries around the globe, but not Ireland. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. Give it some ink on the back. I'll have to think about a pull tab. Think about that. Okay. So this one I'm going to go from this direction. So I made a number of trips to the garden center this weekend. I wanted lavender. I wanted to plant some lavender. So we went to Jordan, my youngest. I said, take me to the garden center. I need to get some garden soil and some mulch. And I want to look for some lavender. So away we went. And I could not find any decent lavender plants that weren't a gazillion dollars. They had at this one place that we went, there was lavender in big pots, and they were almost $17, I think, for one pot. That's crazy. We went to another garden center. They had no lavender at all. And nobody had black mulch. I wanted black mulch because that's what I've used before, and I'm not going to tear up all my black mulch and replace it with another color. So I said I'll look tomorrow. So I ended up going to a hardware store, and I was able to find everything I wanted, but the lineup was incredible. So they opened at 7 the next morning, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to get up early and go. And that was the best idea. I always forget, don't cut old paper with a knife. Yeah. Just took that whisker off. So I went the next morning at crack of dawn and got everything I needed. Home again, home again. And they had lavender plants in smaller pots, of course, but they were like $3 and change, so I was happy with that. I got my lavender in. The bees will like that. They like lavender. Cool. Oh, that's too big. Also too big. Oh well. I'll just put a flower on it. I'll use the other two photos for journaling cards, I guess. on, glue. We got some gluing to do. There we go. Gonna have to do some stitching on that. Maybe I can steal a word. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, there's my little ruler. I do have to glue it at some point today. I did some cooking yesterday, including making some, well, I made deviled eggs and a pasta salad, and I boiled some extra potato, or some extra eggs, and I boiled some potatoes. So I'm going to make potato salad today, but I need some green onion. I don't need green onion. I like it on the bottom. Maybe I need a little bit of lace or a little bit of just looking to see if I have any. Whoop, something hit the ground. My pin. Got some tea-dyed cheesecloth there, but let's see if I have any lace I'd like to use instead. That's too small. That might be too something. What about you? Sure, that's one option. Yeah, let's do that. Just gonna narrow it slightly. I'll stitch first and then glue these on. Hold tight. Okay. So I just did a zigzag along the edge. And you're probably wondering, Nancy, why are you using art glitter glue instead of Fabri-Tac? Well, because Fabri-Tac will show. Art glitter glue won't. Once it dries, it won't show. I'll use Fabri-Tac on the word snippet. And then I pulled out this hunk of lace. I thought I might use that as a tab. Well, I quite like that. Well, where'd my other one go? What shall we do for a tab on this one? Got some fabric here. That's not good. Maybe I'll try a wider piece. I think that'll work if I stitch it down. I'm not putting the half of the fabric on the back. I'm gluing it in half and putting it both on the front, because sometimes when I stitch fabric to the top of a tag, it doesn't look as nice on the back as it does on the front. But, you know, it still works, but it just looks neater without having the fabric to kind of scream out, hey, you got this crooked. All right, let me stitch this. Okay. Just dirtying up the torn edge a bit. Yeah, I quite like that. So, there's my two. Oh, I might need to add a big button there. I looked at it and I thought, it's missing something. I could go a couple of ways. Clearly I put my drawer back in crooked. Go blue, which I don't like. Nope. I could go green. Oh, I kind of like green. Just thinking maybe something that was slightly smaller. Everything's the wrong color green though. There's an oldie but a goodie. Nope. That's the same button. No wonder I liked it. Oh. Ooh. Nope. And I think I'm going to just stitch it down with some twine. I'll need a big needle. This was a string, it's a sliver of paper. Now, here's hoping this eye will go through the button. There we go. So there's my 2 tags. I think I'm quite happy with both of these. All right, thanks so much for joining me today. We will be back. I'm pretty sure my next video will be a flip through of the finished journal. So thanks so much for joining me. We'll talk to you again soon.